What after-school activity fixes behavior problems quicker than detention? Here's a hint, it's a lot like homework, but a lot more fun. Ms. Nelson was having a difficult time with Keon. He was somewhat of a problem student. He was disruptive, and when you addressed him, he was very, let's just say, blatantly disrespectful. He had some anger issues, and he would often throw temper tantrums. Now, mind you, this is 7th grade. Ms. Nelson is a veteran teacher, so she did what she was supposed to do. She called home, she documented Keon's behavior, she made sure to write down and document just about everything, and she contacted mom. The problem is, mom was kind of at wit's end with Keon as well. She was trying the best she could, but you know, working parent, you gotta understand what's going on, you know? She's trying for her son, she's hoping the school can handle it, the school's hoping she can handle it. Somewhat of an impasse they came to. So, eventually, Keon's mom was very upset with Ms. Nelson for the daily phone calls, and she started saying things like, why can't you handle him? Why can't you control your class? Why are you calling me every day? So one day, Ms. Nelson, because she was my co-teacher at the time, we were teaching 7th grade, she confided me during our team planning period, like, what do you think about Keon and his behaviors? And have you ever dealt with his mother? Because she's a piece of work. That was, I believe that's the word she said. She's old school. Piece of work, that's not my slang. But I believe she called Keon's mother a piece of work. She's like, have you ever dealt with her? I think she's a piece of work. And I said, yes, definitely. I deal with Keon's mother quite often. I see her every Saturday and sometimes Thursday in the evening. Not like that, not like that. Every Thursday, Keon had football practice. His games were on Saturday. I would go to them as often as my schedule would permit. This way, I get to talk to their parents. I get to see other kids who are in my class's parents out there, because some of them don't show up for parent conferences, but they definitely show up for the football games. Every once in a while, I even got to meet Keon's father. Cool stuff. I talk to the coaches. If there's a discipline problem, tell the coach, hey, Keon cussed me out today. Oh, he did. Keon's running miles. You would think he was a marathon runner that day at practice. Never had problems out of Keon ever since I built the connection with his coach. Simple things like that. Immerse yourself in the community. Figure out what these kids like. Go to see their games, their concerts, their recitals. Some of them dance, some of them sing, some of them play instruments. They're very talented, and they have lives outside of school. Immerse yourself in the community. You're going to build respect. You're going to build a relationship with these students, their parents, the community members, and people who can help you a lot better than daily phone calls from somebody who's considered an outsider. Imagine calling as Ms. Nelson versus imagine calling as Mr. Jeffries. Mr. Jeffries calls, I know that person's in the community. I know he's trying his best to help these students. I know he cares because he's always around. He's showing that he cares about these kids. He's not picking on my kid. There's a genuine problem. Ms. Nelson, she's not picking on him, but you'll hear that. You'll be like, why are you calling me? Why are you singling me out? Your class is out of control. You'll hear stuff like that from parents, especially if they're already at their wits' end with their kids. So things to think about. But I'm telling you, an easy, simple way to get good discipline in your classroom, to become part of community, is to just go and attend these kids' after-school events. It takes a little bit of time. It's a lot less time than it would take for you to call 10 parents every day after class, after school. Think about it. So this strategy does take some time. It takes some time out your schedule after school. It could be better spent doing whatever you want to do, like watching Netflix or whatever, YouTube videos on Refocused education. I get it. But if you spend some time in these kids' community and these kids' lives outside of school, it could save you a lot of headaches when it comes to dealing with classroom management. Immerse yourself into their communities. Let me know how it goes. It's that simple. It takes some time out of your schedule to go to these kids' events, but it also shows that you are someone who cares about them It also shows that you respect them as a person, not just a student, not just another number. And it builds rapport with the parents, the community, the cousins. A lot of people show up for football games. A lot more show up for football games, dance recitals, concerts than show up for parent-teacher conferences. So it's a good opportunity for you to meet the people who influence your child's lives and the people who may help that child respect you more in class. Just a thought, it's up to you. It takes some time, so it is different than other strategies because it takes time after school, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Teachers, who's bold enough to try this? Simple. Spend some time after school. Figure out what your kids like to do. Go to one of their events. Spend some time in their community. Tell me what the results are. So I want to hear from you. Have you tried this before? How did spending time in different kids' lives outside of school impact the way they behaved or functioned or participated in your classroom? Let me know in a comment. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel because we're building a teacher community here and I would love for you to be a part of it.